Welcome back to the Positive Side Podcast. Glad you're tuning in back from the 4th of July break, fired up, jacked up, ready to go. All kinds of crazy big changes. And I'm going to talk about these changes here in the next week. But if you've been following me and you've been seeing my personal life, you know, I always put everything on Front Street and I put it all out there. We got some big changes coming on in the next week or two. And I don't know how they're going to go. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited to share them with you. So make sure you tune in to not only this episode or the next episode, but all the episodes. Another big thing, leave those 5-star reviews. It makes a big difference. Today's episode, we're going to talk about how to handle rejection. And this episode's big. This episode's big because it means a lot to me. And I've been rejected my whole life. And I'm sure you have too. But real quick before we get into it, have you subscribed to the YouTube channel? I mean, I'm trying so hard to build that sucker up. It's so difficult. Man, it's hard. And then go to the Facebook page. If you're not on there, I'm not sure what you're waiting for. Let's hook up on LinkedIn. Leave those reviews on iTunes. I haven't had one in a while, so I'm due for one. Run over there. It takes 30 seconds. It just allows other people to find the show. It would mean the world to me. It would mean the world to a lot of other people that I found. I did a great episode last week on depression and suicide. And man, that was it kind of set me back for like a few days. And then I took a break off for 4th of July. But check that episode out. Leave those reviews and listen to it and share it. But hey, today, let's get into it. I mean, right away, I got 5 ways to how to handle rejection. And this is so cool. I love this 5. This is something I just made up. And if you haven't listened to the podcast before, if this is the first time or the 100,000th time, it doesn't really matter. But I like making stuff up. I like just winging stuff. And I just put this list together. And as I'm going through it, there's only 5, but they are powerful. Let's get into it now. How to handle rejection, 5 ways, the positive side, Jeremy Todd. Number 1, don't take it personal. Man, how hard is that to do? I know it sounds so easy just rolling off my lips, right? Don't take rejection personal. Oh my gosh, it's so easy to say that, but man, when it happens to you, it's like, what? What do you mean? Why not me? Why did I not get that job? Why did I not get promoted? Why did I not get to go on that date? Why do I not get this opportunity, this business opportunity, whatever the case is? Why not me? The rejection. And I'm telling you, it's nothing about you. And I think that's the biggest thing. And one of the other things when I think about it, don't take it personal, excuse me, is that we don't know what else is next lined up for us, right? So when I say don't take it personal, maybe this isn't the opportunity that we've been waiting for. Maybe there's something way better right in front of us, and we have to get rejected for this opportunity to be able to open ourselves up for the next one. Because if we take this opportunity, whatever it is, whatever, all the things I went over with you, if we take that opportunity, maybe it's stopping us from actually accepting the one that we truly, truly need and want and deserve. That's what's beautiful about this is that whenever I get rejected, I happen believe me, it happens all the time. But maybe I just can keep going through my head and I keep reminding myself, this isn't the one. This isn't the one. This isn't the opportunity. This isn't what I need right now in my life. That opportunity is still out there. Now, I'll be 43 next week, and I'm still waiting for that opportunity 43 years later, right? But what happens if I take something now at 43 or 44? You get that opportunity at 45, man. It's like I want it so bad. I want this. I want the next best thing to happen to me, but understanding that I can't take it personal because right now this is not the best one for me. So number 1, don't take it personal. Number 2, reflect on what went wrong. And I think this is important. Whenever you do get rejected, now it may not be the opportunity for you, but I always like to sit and contemplate, what can I do better? And I'll use as a job opportunity as the best. I've been rejected for more jobs than I mean, line them up. I mean, line up your competition against me. I've been rejected for hundreds of them. I've been door to door. I've been knocking on businesses. I've been trying to figure this all out of how to get a job. And man, it's been brutal. However, I always look back at what could I do different? What can I separate myself from the competition? Was I not prepared completely? Was I not confident enough? Was my speech patterns incorrect? Did I wear the wrong things? All these things that I go through my head are extremely important, and they're not meant to beat me up. Then it goes back to number 1: don't take it personal. These aren't meant to beat you up or beat me up. It's about to just evaluate the situation. What went wrong? What could I do better the next situation? You know, I went through this recently with an opportunity at the company I work with, and they had some promotional opportunities that people can get promoted to. And it was interesting to see what happened with these people that they were upset, they were beat up, they didn't really go through the emotions, and didn't a lot of them even took it personal. But when you don't do that, when you actually reflect back and like, man, maybe I wasn't ready enough, maybe I wasn't right and tight with my answers enough, maybe I need to role play these things better, maybe I need to actually ask for help, hire a coach, ask for a mentor, and reflect back on it. What can I do better? How do I get better in this situation? How do I handle this rejection? And what do I need to do next time to make sure when this opportunity does come that I get it? So again, number two is reflect on what went wrong. Number three, this is going to sound so cocky and I don't care because it's so important. It's their loss, not yours. It's their loss, because I think this is what happens. As soon as this happens to us, we're like, oh man, maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe I don't look good enough. Maybe I'm not smart enough. All these negative self-talk comes flying in. That little guy on your shoulder starts talking to you. You suck. You're no good. This is bullshit. You can't handle this. You're never going to make it. All this shit starts happening on your shoulder. Yet we got to brush our shoulders off, right? And dust them off and say, you know what? That's not reality. It's their loss, not mine. And I don't mean to be a cocky and asshole about it. But in some situations, maybe they just accepted somebody else for reasons you don't even know about. Maybe it's not you, but I'm telling you, when I say this at the end of every single episode that you have greatness within, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You do have greatness within, but maybe they didn't acknowledge that greatness. And again, it goes back to number two and number one. Like maybe this isn't the right opportunity, right? I mean, maybe there's something a lot better for you out there. So it's not your loss, it's their loss. Because I'm telling you, when you have that swagger, when you have that confidence and you walk around that you can handle it, you're the baddest dude on the planet. It's not arrogance, right? It's confidence. There's a big difference between arrogance and confidence. It's confidence. When I walk around, I got confidence. It's not arrogance. Believe me, I'm the least arrogant person in the world, but I also understand what I bring to the table. I bring confidence. I bring knowledge and excitement and willingness to learn and be humble and all these things. But that's what I bring to the table. So if this isn't right for them, it ain't right for me, and I'm okay with that. That's their loss, not mine. So keep that in mind. When I say you have greatness within, you got to reinforce yourself that to get that confidence back, because when you do get shot down, when you do get rejected, man, that does hurt. But you got to understand, it's their loss, not yours. Number four, how do I get better? And I know I've talked about this before, but let's actually come up with a plan. How do I get better? Number one, you got to start with yourself. You got to look yourself in the mirror. Am I healthy enough? Am I taking care of my body? Am I taking care of my mind? Am I getting enough sleep? Am I exercising? Am I in a healthy mental situation? Have I learned enough? Do I need to hire a coach? And I know I say that, and I'm working with people one-on-one and getting people to the next level. Matt, shout out to all my clients. And this is what we go through. This is that mental preparation that we talk about. Like, how do I get better? And then being humble about it. When you accept that, that constructive criticism, and actually people tell you, it's great. The other day that I heard this at work, they told me, they said, Jeremy, you never admit your faults. You never admit you're wrong. Now, my first reaction was, that's bullshit, because I always accept I'm wrong. I always accept the fate for nothing. But I think it was just sometimes when people tell you that, it may come from the wrong spot or wrong information, but also at the same time, that's coming to me for a reason. And I got to swallow my pride and swallow my ego. I'm like, all right, well, maybe there's an area out there in my life that maybe I do. I don't always accept it, but I try and acknowledge for what it is and move on. But I'm trying to get better, right? Maybe that is me. And that in itself, like not even accepting that, is probably part of that question, right? But it's interesting that I said, but I'm just trying to get better. I'm trying to accept the constructive criticism for what it is, take it on face value, and then go back to the other ones. I don't take it personal. I'm reflecting on what went wrong. Like, what did I say? What did I do? It's their loss, not mine, right? And then, how do I get better? Obviously, that's what we're talking about. But number five is very, very important. Again, this is how to handle rejection. 5 ways of how to handle rejection. Number 5, the future is bright. The future is so bright. It's like walking through the day or walking at night with sunglasses on, because the future is so bright. It's amazing how much talent that we have, but we have to understand that when we get rejected, we get tested in so many levels. We get tested mentally, we get tested physically, we get tested socially, we get tested of all the other people, what they think. Maybe the people that rejected us lose some credibility, but how do we react to that? I'm telling you, my friends, the more we can learn about the situation, the more we can grow, the more we become better and stronger, the future is that much brighter. The opportunity that we talked about, the opportunity that is out there, because this isn't the opportunity that we get rejected from. It's obvious we got rejected, right? This isn't the opportunity that is for us. And that is refreshing, it's clean because we can start over and move on. However, understanding that the future is extremely bright, that's what I'm looking for. And that's what you got to look for. The Positive Side Podcast, back and better than ever. I'm excited to do these more. I got to do more podcasts. And I'm sorry for all the people out there listening forever and ever and ever. Yes, Jeremy, I know we need to do it. I know it. I know it. The studio is getting moved. We're going to a new place downtown. I can't wait to get started down there. And that's going to happen probably next on the July 16th, which is my birthday, number 43. We're going to move downtown, get that studio going, get some, I'm going to try and get some guests in-house, which would be kind of cool, but we're going to continue to do the guests over Zoom and rocking and rolling with that. But again, I just appreciate the love, appreciate the support, appreciate you sharing, appreciate you sending those emails, jeremy@jeremytodd.com. We are rocking this together. If you want to work with me one-on-one, don't be hesitant, don't be shy. Let's get a 30-minute power call. Let's see if we're actually a good fit. I've got some business stuff I'm coming up with. I'm gonna do a huge business launch. So if you're an entrepreneur, you've got your own business. I don't care if it's a lawn care business, if you're an artist, you're an attorney, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna show you how to maximize your social media as well through Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, all these other places. We're gonna talk about how to get started and how to really build your brand. So if you're interested, jeremy@jeremytodd.com. Leave those 5-star reviews, blah, 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 blah. All the world is rocking and rolling. I'm glad you're here. You've got greatness within. Like always, this is the Positive Side.